Okay, students, this lesson is on solving systems of equations by elimination. We're going to begin at number 1. The important thing to do with systems of equations being solved by elimination is to find a variable and its coefficient that can be eliminated so that you can determine the value of the second variable and then put that variable into one of the original equations to solve for that variable's value. So what we see is that the negative y and the positive y would cancel each other out. So we're going to work with them as they are, cancel those out, and what we have remaining is 8x equals 16 when we divide both sides by 8. We see that x equals 2. Now we'll take the value of x, place it in our original, one of our original equations, and solve for the y value. So if we say then that 3 times the value of x, which is 2, plus y equals 4, then we can see that 6 plus y equals 4. Then we're going to subtract 6 from both sides, since we need to move the 6 away from the y. And we're left with y equals negative 2. So then, y is equal to negative 2. So then our x is 2, our y is negative 2. Checking it to make sure that it works correctly. If we have 5 times our x value, which is 2, minus our y value, which is negative 2, that should equal 12. And we see 5 times 2 is 10, minus a negative 2 would be plus 2, equals 12. So that is a true statement. Looking at our second equation, we see that we have 2 positive 6c's we need to make one of those a negative. And so we can take the second equation, multiply everything by -1. And it just simply changes the signs of what's there. That would be a -6c plus 2d equals -12. So now our 6c's will cancel, and we're left with 7d and positive 2d. So that's 9d equals -15 and -12, which gives us -27. Dividing both sides by 9, we see that d is equal to -3. D is equal to -3. Now we can place that -3 back into one of the original equations for the value of the variable d, and we see 6c plus 7 times -3 equals -15. So 6c positive 7 minus times a -3 gives us a -21 equals -15. So adding 21 to both sides, we see that 6c is equal to 6. Dividing both sides by 6, we see that c now is equal to 1. C is equal to 1, excuse me. So for our solution, we see that C is 1, D is -3. Now, taking a look at our next taking a look at our